Good day, everybody. It is Calxiyn and Hunter here, and we are reacting to episode 3 of Centaurworld. Again, thank you to the commissioner. If you guys want to commission us too, you can check out our Ko-fi. But we are basically going to get right into it, because it's usually, I mean, Hunter hasn't done a reaction with me in a long time, but usually I do, like, theories, what happened last episode. But, I mean, I guess we saw an illusion of, like, someone who could be the rider, but I don't think that it's her. I'm not even sure if it's a real person. I think it is an illusion. Because those are your only choices. Is it's an illusion or it's just somebody else that's human. Which would be interesting if there were, like, elves or something. But, like, everything in this world is a centaur. So the most you could get is a human, weird. Like, a centaur who is more human, like that guy in, like, Narnia or whatever.
What about you just had a BoJack Horseman situation?
I don't know.
Where it's a human body with a horse head?
But yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, that silhouette was like a human on 2 feet. So yeah, I don't think that was real, but that's basically it. So let's just get into it. 3, 2, 1, press and play. And remember that this is a time sync. You press play when we press play. You can watch in whatever language you want. I'm still, like...
I do love the opening, the la 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 and the hug.
Something's still wrong with me, so I have a lozenge in my mouth. Please don't come for me. I'm not chewing gum. Well, see, that's what I thought. But I don't think that that's the case. Because that seems a little too... I don't know.
If horses can talk in this world, can humans no longer talk?
Oh, that's an interesting
Okay,
thought.
you all guys could previously be shown to float and fly.
Yeah, weren't they all in a sphere or something? Like, they were all in a bubble last episode when they got kicked into the tornado.
I know the consistency is not... The producer's last name is Cock. I just want to point that out.
Did we just break that man's house? That's not very nice. Okay. I like how often there are random animals in the background. Like, the snake in the other episode. This time it's the turtle, like...
Oh.
Oh. Okay. Oh, little centaur mouse! That's not good, you guys. Oh, you guys are a menace wherever you go, like... Oh.
Oh!
Okay.
A hippopotamus?
Okay.
Oh, wants to steal some?
Okay. I do like her hippo design.
Yeah. It's a hell of an entrance as well. Also, I don't know how to say this, but the deer horse reminds me of Ariana Grande.
Oh, I love how that was on your mind just all this time.
The entire time I've been looking like that.
Oh. Is that a centaur-shaped... Like, that's not centaur-shaped, though, right? A ficus? Are you sure?
I also love how they went from the silhouette of clearly...
Yeah, not...
to something that doesn't even remotely look like...
Oh. Is she, like... Oh, I was gonna say, do they have, like, beef or something?
Unless they... Yeah.
Oh. I think that, like, I think that she dropped out or, like... Yeah. I think that...
like...
Because they went to school together, right? I think there's a suspicious lie somewhere in here that, like, she went to school and tried to pretend she was something she wasn't, you know? Okay.
I love how that thing has, like, sunk several times. I dislike the toes on that hippopotamus centaur.
Oh! So she wasn't pretending. She didn't know she was doing it. I'm confused.
What?
Okay. Okay. But see, but that's what I'm wondering. I know they have the pancakes, but like, that was an onion. People eat onions, right?
Yeah.
So like, can you eat the onion tars is what I'm asking. I feel like film theory needs to be like cannibalism. Like Centaurworld theories. Oh. Well, okay.
That's what I
don't
always
think
say
that's
when I
true.
crash my car into people.
Oh my god. I guess? I don't know if I agree with this moral for children, but
I mean, I think children aren't dumb. They can
I
figure
know.
out that, like, these guys are clearly clueless.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, obviously they should fix it, but I love how they're like, you should break things to be friends with people. He just broke that. Oh, she's playing the song on the accordion.
I love that she has her own accordion.
Uh-oh, that was shady. Oh. Uh-oh. But wait, if there's only 5 of them, why do they have to train? Like successors? Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, they're rutabagas. Oh, good. So that one's works because that one's dead. No, it said rutabaga in the caption.
Walks away from it. I love how they add the frames of animation and weird little parts, like there when she runs back to grab the rutabaga.
Bestie, we know! You already know that it's the tree, Bestie!
I love Jebry's like dummy thick, I believe the
Yeah!
kids call it.
Oh, God.
Jebry
No!
has
She does not look like her at all! What do you mean? Oh.
Jebry, your tuck game is really quite impressive.
Oh my god. Okay, well, why does this thing wear clothes and nobody else does?
Just in terrible pain.
Oh. Sure,
Oh
well... Okay, that was funny. But I'm like, why are you wearing clothes but no one else wears clothes? Okay.
Okay. Boats!
Oh dear.
It'd be amusing if, like, somewhere on there you opened it up and on the inside it was gorgeous.
I don't like this.
Ariana Grande, get out from under there.
Oh, man. No! Somebody has to be honest. Yes. Okay. Okay. I see. Oh my god. What?
What? That is implying that
Yeah!
this centaur bird's mother was cheating on her father, which is a weird. I dig it. You know who added that? The producer whose last name was Cuck.
Oh my god, stop that!
That's who added that. Mr. Cuck.
I want her to get a song. I don't know what we're doing.
The divining rods are interesting.
Oh. Okay, well that was easy, maybe. Oh, okay.
Very pretty.
Okay. What?
Wait, did she just get a pie?
Yeah.
Or a cake? Like a cream cake to the face?
Yeah.
So not a cream pie.
Stop that. I don't know where this is going.
I'm just saying, I've seen a couple of interesting, more adult jokes this episode.
Oh, man. Okay.
Levitate the whole bog.
I kind of like that, like, there is more serious magic, but she's just...
I love that her fists are, like, swung behind her back.
Oh my god. Okay. Is it? Okay. Wait.
Okay. What is that?
So... So did she make the glue? Where did the glue come from?
Well, glue is often made from, like, horse bones.
Oh. Oh.
Like, people...
So they just said that.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, where did she get bones?
That's like people will say when a horse is old, they'll say, bring him to the glue factory.
Oh. Okay.
No. Except not Jebri.
There must have been a better way. Oh my god. I mean... Oh dear.
Well...
I do like that... I do like that the remnants of the house when it originally exploded were incorporated back at, like, the sink floating away.
I'm guessing Pink One is gonna, like, fix the boat with magic
I
in order
hope
to,
so.
like, prove her place
Oh,
to the shaman.
Boy. Oh. Okay.
There's a singular fish in there.
I like that. That's cute. Oh my
no.
god.
Okay.
Yeah, well, yes. But I would have liked this hippo lady to have an encouraging song. It seems a waste not to give her a song.
A little bit, unless, we get more than one
Yeah.
episode of her. Ariana Grande, stop licking glue.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Oh, dear.
I don't love that they call her a stupid horse. That feels like racially motivated. They're all centaurs.
I have something to say about the side characters, but we can talk about it at the end.
I feel like this character was also in, did they play Glimmer in She-Ra?
I don't know.
They sort of sound similar.
I don't know if I love this. Yeah.
Right on the eyeball.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
This is kind of funny, but I don't know. I don't know
how they, twist the horse's body with the animation is so strange. It's so unlike a horse that it's innately very humorous.
Yeah, I don't know if I love that song, but I kind of don't think I was supposed to. I do have thoughts about those three, though. We'll talk about it later. Oh! Okay, please. Oh, she said Maestro. I thought she was gonna start singing. Okay. As if you guys have any. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
What? Okay.
Okay. So we have MacGuffins. Okay.
Evidently not.
Okay. Her voice sounds nice, but this isn't the kind of,
And
this
yet
is an exposition
it
song.
only took one part of it to get you there, but it takes,
Yeah! How did that
to
work?
get the other way.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, we knew that already. Okay, so there's 5 of them. Okay. Oh, wait, what? So they have to come back here? Okay. I have a couple questions. Sure. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, so she's just fixing her own house.
Well,
what was... Okay. I have thoughts, I just don't want to talk over too much of the episode right now. Do you know what I mean? Wait, but you got it already. Wait.
oh.
Huh?
So she has to get the other pieces, then she'll come back and get that one piece.
I see. That was confusing. I thought there was
There was
another
two, yeah,
piece that she
same.
had to come here and get.
Oh.
Oh, well, that was nice. I don't know. There's a couple things off with this episode to me, but... Okay. Hello? Huh? What do you mean? So there was someone here. What? Are you not surprised?
Yeah, but like, that's just a completely different human.
Well, yeah, but it's a human that must live here, right? Okay. Okay, that's
That
interesting.
is some big hair on that lady. Oh, that's a flying boat.
Wee!
Okay.
Okay, bye! Wait, but what about the... Okay, see... Oh, alright. Here's my problem. There's, like, some interesting stuff going on, but it's kind of, like... it's kind of hidden between nonsense. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I think that last episode was better than this episode. I have a couple problems. I think that the first thing is that last episode, they started with a song that clearly outlined what the theme of the episode is, and then they did that, right? But this episode is kind of confusing, because it's, oh, you guys have to fix this houseboat, right? You have to fix what you broke and you did a bad thing, so you have to make up for it. Then, meanwhile, the other lady is like, oh, you dropped out of shaman school, you gotta use your magic, and the power was within you all along. But we have a houseboat song, and then we got an exposition song, and that doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because what I would have done was some sort of, like, believe in yourself, we can fix what's broken and do the thing, and, like, have it be the side characters for the first half, and then the hippo lady for the second half. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then have it that, like, oh my god, Wama Wink and the horse are learning the same lesson, but parallel at the same time. Whereas this episode, I'm confused. If the lesson was that she needed to be honest about her feelings, why did they not bring that up earlier?
Yes,
I feel like the structure, this didn't make a lot of sense to me.
It definitely did. Like, I enjoyed it because it has I've attuned to its weirdness.
Sure.
Now it feels more or less like, oh, this is sort of nice. They still pick the weirdest possible move, but because we have a goal now, unlike the first episode, we're not just sitting
like
around
this is what
being
the
weird
3
at each other.
episode test was for.
Yeah.
But like, do you know what I mean, Hunter? Like in terms of like this episode didn't feel like it had a clear the trajectory of what's going on and the conclusions we came to. Because I'm assuming that like her logic, the hippo lady's logic was, okay, I'm gonna make her so frustrated that she ends up crying. Yes. Right? And so that's why she didn't fix the houseboat. But like, if that was the point, wouldn't you want to see like horses like really stressed and keeping her feelings in, and she's trying to keep her cool and stay toxically positive until it all comes out and she yells at all them and like she hurts their feelings and then she realizes that she was wrong. Like just the theme of this episode, I'm like, well, what was this episode actually supposed to be about? I feel like that was just not as clear
I think
as
it was
the
just
last one.
It was mostly just here to introduce us to the concept, directly introduce us to the concept of the shamans.
I guess, but I'm like, well, why even do all that stuff with the boat? Just because they need to do something? You could have had them
I guess
farming and gardening in the woods. Like, because to me, I was like,
you needed a B plot.
They presented this like, oh, we have to learn to work together. But then they didn't learn to work together. She just got frustrated with them and started to cry. So I don't get all that. Like, I don't get what the point of the... Because the B-plot and the A-plot need to have it needs to have a point to it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, they need to be linked in some way. Because it's not like nothing happened this episode. I think giving the hippo lady an exposition song, though, was a waste. I guess... Maybe, because, again, guys, this is what I'm trying to figure out. Are you a musical or are you a show with music for children? Because that reads to me as, oh, the children need to understand the exposition, so let's make it a little song. But that is not the best use of the hippo lady in terms of the archetype of this character and how you have, like, Mama Odie from Princess and the Frog, right? Dig a little deeper. And you have that sort of, like, magical character, or, like, the trolls from Frozen, like, they sing Fixer Upper. So when I saw her, I was thinking, oh, she's gonna sing a song about, like, the lesson and that you can't get back to your rider because you need to learn from the world along the way. Like, just something, like, kind of like, again, that dig a little deeper, where it's like there's something deeper that you have to learn and that's going on here. But then she didn't. She was just like, go find the keys and come back, the song. And I'm like, well, that's not interesting. Like, yes, musical numbers need exposition, but singing the exposition without having the emotional aspect of, like, okay, but what? Like, is this just a MacGuffin, or is it, like, to unite the world of human and centaur and whatever, you have to learn the thing, right? Like, I feel like that they should have... The problem is that nothing in this episode has a theme behind it in terms of like a moral, which I think is important for kids shows. The last one clearly had a moral that also sort of fumbled it by the end, because Wama Wink was just like, oh, you'll do things my way this time. And I'm like, no, that's not the lesson. The lesson is you both take the best parts of each other and work together. So that was confusing.
Unless they're trying to like directly undermine being like your typical sort of cutesy morality play.
I guess, but like this is a kids show, so I feel like kids don't get that. Like, you know what I mean?
I think kids get that.
Do they? I don't know.
I think kids would appreciate like the weirdness of this show.
Oh no, the weirdness, yeah, but not like the complexity of like most kids shows teach us a lesson, so we're teaching you an anti-lesson. Like, I don't think kids are thinking about things that way.
Some shows try to make kids better.
This show's making kids worse.
I want to make kids worse.
No, kind of. Okay, so that was gonna be my beef, alright? Maybe I'm taking this a little too seriously. I don't think I like any of these side characters. I think they're all annoying. Like, they have funny bits, but you can't just bit your way to success. You know what I mean?
I don't like the bird. I enjoy Ariana Grande. I
guess. I mean, all she does is steal
Man
stuff.
Is really disturbing.
I think the music, obviously, because, like, I feel like the commissioner, I don't know, maybe. I don't even know if the commissioner watches the musical theater channel or if it was just a coincidence. But for me, what I'm struggling with is, like, the idea of a musical, and they're squandering, like, what the point of a musical is. And I'm just sort of like, okay, well, this is not a musical. This is just exposition sung to make it easier for kids. I truly think, well, here's the other thing, right? even for Tangled the series, not every single song is a banger, right? Like, they're good. Like, I don't think they're bad. I don't know if Alan Menken and Glenn Slater could physically make a bad song, right? But, like, because the stakes in some episodes are just like, this random man doesn't like Rapunzel, and Rapunzel needs to learn that sometimes people just don't like you and you gotta get over it, like, whatever, right? And so that's obviously not gonna have the same stakes as the big finale villain song that happens at the end of a season. It's just not, right? But I think that what I'm struggling with in this case is, like, there hasn't been a single song that I instantly remember and found was catchy, whereas Tangled, at least you start with Happily Ever After all, at the beginning of the show, and then at least every 3 episodes, I would say, or maybe 5 episodes, there's like a really memorable, like, they clearly put all of their energy into this, whereas I'm like,
whereas the other ones,
like
they just kind of want to have gag songs versus one that feels like it's trying to communicate a theme or a change in character.
And if I could predict the comment section, I'm assuming that we're gonna get like, but it gets better by episode 10, and I'm like, but we're on episode 3! It's not that I'm not willing to give it a chance, especially if, you know, obviously, if the videos do well. I mean, even if the videos don't do well, it doesn't matter because we were commissioned. But, like, say the videos do well and you guys really want us to get to episode 10 and we get commissioned again or whatever. Like, obviously, I don't mind. I'm having fun watching the show, especially with Hunter, because, you know, I like doing stuff with Hunter. It's fun. But I'm just thinking about everyone saying, Cal, did you check out Centaurworld? And I'm like, I feel a little bit misled, you guys. Like, what was it about this show that you thought, I don't think that these are better musical numbers than Has Been Hotel. I don't, even though I don't like a lot of the Has Been Hotel songs, and I think that some of them are legitimately bad, at least they try to function as musical numbers most of the time, even if they kind of don't understand what they're doing. Like, you know, Stayed Gone, for example, right? I can at least remember what Stayed Gone sounds like even now, even though I didn't like it that much, and even though I was like, okay, but like, the relevance thematically of the V's gets lost by the end of the season, so what the fuck was the point of establishing this random-ass conflict with Alistair and like, what was the, like, some of the songs in Has Been Hotel kind of just happen, and it's like, Respectless is another one. Like, yeah, that's a nice song, but like, why is it Velvet having this super important song with Camilla? Like, maybe you should have had Alistair do it, or someone a bit more connected, or having an interest with a plot, or like, whatever it takes, having Vaggie and Carmilla do a duet. They don't even know each other. What the fuck? Like, what was going on? And they didn't connect the theme properly. So, even with Has Been, at least Has Been songs, I'm like, I can tell that you're trying to make a musical number and you just needed a bit more time to cook. Whereas with these songs, I'm like, this is kind of maybe the professional hazard of being the writer of the show and thinking that you can write lyrics and like write a catchy hook musically, because it's not the same skill set. It works out sometimes. Like, I think for Phineas and Ferb, the people that write the show write all the music.
Yes.
And I remember I could sing a whole Phineas and Ferb song to you, even though I haven't seen that show since I was 8 years old.
Impressive.
As opposed to anything that we just heard 5 minutes ago. I don't know. So yeah, I don't mean to sound like a hater, but I'm just, the musicality is immediately sort of concerning me, where I'm like, okay, we can't have better musical numbers in Sophia the First, you know? Especially because, you know, like I said, if you guys want me to take this seriously and you told me, oh, like, Carol, it's so good, I'm like, well, what did you mean by that? Because I think Sophia the First has clearer musical intentions than some of these songs do.
But does Sophia the First have a series of deeply kind of questionable, adult-ish jokes and a producer named Cuck?
I still did not see I'm like, Hunter, what if Hunter's just lying? Again, it's not that I'm like, Hunter and I have done commissions before where I'm like, never do this again. Please don't commission us. Fire Force is a great example where I was like, I don't know what the fuck you were thinking, but please don't.
I watched the rest of Fire Force and I regretted it pretty substantially.
So, this is not that bad at all. Like, I would be enthusiastic to, like, take another commission again and keep watching it. In the context, say that Hunter and I, like, don't get paid for it. Like, I would, like, make some popcorn and Hunter and I would sit on the couch and just see, like, where this is going, right?
Yeah.
But, like, So it's not as bad as, like, in the past where I've been like, why? It's definitely not like that where I'm like, I have a personal hatred for the show. 0 out of 10. You guys have shitty taste. I see the appeal, I think, because it's very, like, absurd and silly, but then there's sort of an underlying, like, serious plot and, like, war and clearly some darkness in here.
That does occasionally, like, peek out.
Yeah, like, you had the human at the end of the episode. I would say that that's a pretty significant revelation. Also, the fact that the worlds were once connected make me think that, A, the demons in the human world are actually centaur people who have just morphed and sort of genetically, you know, over time turned demonic or something. Like, it's kind of that situation. And then B, that they're, like, because the worlds used to be together, some humans got stuck on this side, and now those humans are like this old lady where she seems like a little jaded or something, like something's going on with her, right? So I'm like, there is interesting lore in here. It's just, do you know, like, those games that, like, that game theory covers, and, like, they're these, I don't want to say childish, but, like, they're childish, but then it's like, oh, but, like, you have the deep lore and the horrifying truth and the dark secret of, Poppy Playtime or whatever. I'm not saying that, like, any of those games are bad, but it just reminds me of, like, someone saying, but Cal, you gotta get through all the bullshit to see the lore.
But no, like, there's really a lot of deep lore to Hello Neighbor. It's like, but it's a bad game.
Yeah, so I'm not saying it's not to that level.
Yes.
This show is not to that level, but that's the first thing I think of, I guess, in my head is I'm like, Cal, but there's cool lore, but I need to go through butt jokes to get to the lore. I don't know. Again, maybe this was just the wrong thing for me because I talked about this last episode, but it's sorry to throw SpongeBob under the bus again, but I never liked SpongeBob as a kid. The more Nickelodeon shows that had, like, an annoying, usually a boy, right? A boy character. Usually an annoying boy character, and it was sort of this low. And I know SpongeBob has good jokes, so please don't come for me for saying that SpongeBob is, like, low brow or something, but I'm just like some a little stupid shit sometimes, right? And so I never liked that stuff as a kid, and so it's kind of a hard set. Oh, I forgot to talk shit about our there are 4 of them, right?
Our 4 backing cast?
Yeah. The bird, then there's Glendale, then there's the giraffe guy,
man who is
nightmarish, and then there's like Narcissus, who's the zebra. How do you feel about them? Because I could launch into a rant.
I think half of them are fine. Like, I think Giraffe Guy is so strange, he kind of, I can't help but feel like he's earned his spot. I think that the main pink girl is good. I think you could have cut out the vain guy and the bird.
So that's what I was gonna
You can keep Ariana Grande.
Launch into. So I've been watching a lot of Brandon Sanderson's, like, lectures recently, right? And he talks about initiative. He doesn't call it initiative, though. I think he calls it, like, proactivity, competence, and likability. And then for my videos, I added an extra one, which is unfairness, like, we feel bad for you, which is kind of like likability, but not really. You know what I mean? So when I look at these 3, I'm just gonna scroll back up so I can see what their names are. So basically what he explains is that in Avatar, for example, you have Aang, who has high likability but low competence. Right? Like, he needs to learn to be the Avatar.
Yes, especially initiative.
He has a lot of initiative. He wants to go out and do things, but he's not very competent. Whereas Katara I think Katara's likable at the beginning. I mean, some people think Katara's kind of a know-it-all and kind of annoying, so I don't know, debate with me in the comments, but I think Katara's fairly likable, and she's highly competent in some areas. Obviously, she needs to learn her bending, right? The dynamic between them is that Katara knows, like, shit has to be done, but Aang kind of wants to goof off and have a little tee-hee. With Sokka, it's kind of a similar thing, but he comes off at the beginning as very unlikable, but he has high competence in a sort of strategical, like, this is where we have to go sort of way. So what he had explained in the lecture I watched is that characters do not need to be liked all the time, but they need to be tolerated by the audience. And the way that we tolerate an asshole type character, right, is that even though they're unlikable, they still do things to progress the story forward in some capacity. So even if we don't like Sokka does do things that help us get
has his place.
Yeah. Or like Han Solo was another example, but I've never seen Star Wars, right? So I can't speak to that. But like Han Solo is unlikable at the beginning, but he gets shit done. And then the arc he's supposed to have is becoming more likable and more concerned with other people over time.
Yes.
So
Gotta stay
dramatic
hydrated.
pause. All of that to say, I'm struggling to understand why all 4 of these characters were necessary. And I know it's just a kid's show, and I know that part of their likability is gonna be that people like the gags, but all of them are so useless
and they
at
kind
this
of
moment
blend
and
in
need
with
to be
each other.
babysat, and they're
Yeah.
kind of a hive mind of stupid that I'm like struggling, because it would be different. This is why I brought this up, right? It'd be different if like Narcissus Horse was highly intelligent but didn't want to do anything or help anyone. Like he had a sort of selfish asshole streak, right? And the giraffe guy was really, really nice, but he was just stupid. And then Glendale had like high initiative in the sense that she's always in everybody's business, but again, low competence in that maybe we like her a bit more because she's more funny. I understand the idea of like, oh, they're the herd, and Wama Wink has been in charge this entire time. And so they're all a little bit, they don't have any worldly knowledge or whatever, like they kind of are like children. Oh, and then you have the bird whose only purpose here is to have beef with our main character, and he's just an asshole, right? So I feel like that you could have at least combined the bird and like the zebra horse as one character. Like I don't think that we needed all of them. And that's why you only see 4 Ninja Turtles. That's why in Kingdom Hearts there's a trio. That's why you have a bunch of other shows where there's only 4 characters in the main
like
cast.
Horse,
Maybe
and then
they
5 of the centaurs is a little much.
Yeah, like maybe they pick up other people along the way like Avatar does, but at the very beginning you basically only have 3 or like maybe 4 characters at the beginning of the story, and the entire reason why they're all necessary is because one of them's an asshole but really smart. One of them takes chances and is really good, like has good intuition, but like, right, you know what I mean? Like one of them's likable and one of them's not. Like you have that they make up each other's weaknesses, and that's why the unit, like that's why the team functions. Ruby is also like that to some extent, right? Weiss is a jerk, right? But she's highly skilled. Ruby and Yang are probably the most likable at the beginning. Blake becomes likable later, but anyway. And so that is how the team dynamics is supposed to function. I think the problem is that because she's been sheltering all of them, they are all equally, like they have no skills, but it would have been interesting if somehow their weirdness gave them a skill of some kind. I guess with Glendale, she took the horseshoe and put it in her stomach last episode. But yeah, again...
Glendale, well, that's why I like Glendale.
Yeah.
I think you keep Glendale and you keep weird giraffe guy, because weird giraffe guy is just so strange.
Yeah.
And Ariana Grande character has like... Is sort of strange in a different way.
Yeah.
Then you have Wamawink, and then you have Horse, and I feel like that's
But I feel like the horse and the bird, they didn't need,
Zebra and the
zebra
bird.
and the bird did not need to both
Didn't both
exist.
need to be there.
Because
No.
I'm like, okay, well, you guys are kind of having the same purpose of like just sort of snarky one-liners, and so I'm like, well, why are you both here? You're both useless, and I think all of you are kind of annoying me, but again, like I said,
you know.
I'm trying to ignore, like, I'm trying to combine my personal feelings and then also, like, some actual, this is where I'm coming from in a media analysis type of way of how characters usually work. And so, like, I can admit that I might just be a hater and hate all of them unfairly or something, but I think that you can also concede that not all of them are serving a clear function right now, whereas it would have been nice if they were all weirdos raised in the meadow and they all had some sort of special strength that was helping, because like really the only reason why they're on the adventure is because we need Wamawink and she won't leave the other 4 behind, and that's not a reason to have all 4. You know what I mean? That's like if Sokka and Katara had like 3 annoying siblings that didn't do anything, and you were forced to take them with you just because Katara was raising them or something. And maybe that could be interesting if you acknowledge that they're annoying and if you acknowledge that they're kind of a hindrance and that they're children. But like, I don't know. So far, it doesn't really I guess she got frustrated with them because they were wrecking the house, but like, it wasn't enough. She doesn't seem annoyed with them enough. You know what I mean? The horse seemed to accept them pretty quickly is what I mean, right?
Yes.
She doesn't seem like, I would have liked some more time for her to be like, oh, these fucking losers, I need to put up with them just because I need Wamawink who has magic. Like, I would have liked to see a bit more cynicism because she's accepted them pretty quickly, but they don't do anything and they're not helpful for her, so why would she care?
They definitely don't, they're not awful, but they definitely feel like empty calories relative to the other characters.
And obviously we're only on the 3rd episode, but like, this is something where I'm like...
You could have just done it Horse and Wamawink, because you have straight man, funny
buddy
man.
cop, right?
Yeah,
I feel like that would have been enough, really. And, you know, that's why you have Cusco and Pacha,
Kronk,
right?
yeah.
Like, oh, no.
Oh, right, Pacha,
yeah. Pacha, Yzma and Kronk are like the parallel to like their dynamic. No, Hunter's right. So I'm like, yeah, you could have just had a buddy cop thing, and maybe that would have also allowed for more meaningful musical numbers, because if you only have 2 characters, the conversations are going to be inherently a little shorter because you don't have all these other characters who have to have their own opinion, and so you could have had more musical numbers between the 2 of them if you kept it to just 2 instead of having all these other, and then you're introducing characters from the outside, which they don't need to have like a full arc or anything, like the sort of weird tree plant situation. Like, we don't need a character arc for him, but like along the way we're gonna meet more people, so the fact we have just too many people. Too many.
Too many
okay?
centaurs.
That's why you only have 4.
We have centaurs at home.
Oh man, but yeah, again, I don't know if that's just me being a hater, but like, I had it inside my heart this entire time. I'm like, these guys, sometimes they're funny, they have funny bits, but I'm not laughing at them because I think they're funny. I think the bit that has been inflicted on them is funny, which is a very different thing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed our reaction still. Sorry if that was on a tangent. Again, it's just something I'm thinking about lately. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had fun. Let us know what you guys think of our reactions, because we did all 3 of them in a row, so I have no idea what you guys think of our opinions or whatever. If we're getting flamed on twitter.com by the Centaurworld fandom or something. I don't know, but yeah.
If they exist, I haven't heard of them. I've never heard of this show.
I haven't either, so I'm really surprised. But yeah, again, I'm not against watching more. It's just like, these are the thoughts inside of my head right now. So take that with what you will. But yeah, we will see. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had fun. Thank you for attending Calxiyn's Royal Court. We will see you in the next one. Bye!